jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.
What's good, everyone? Big shout out to everyone that's in the building. Alexander, what's good? Carissa out there looking. Thumbs up. Can't wait to see the fight. I mean, this with all respect to the G.W.O.A.T. She out there looking like a Georgia peach. SB90, what up, WCS? What's good, everybody? Hey, let's get right down to it, man. The G.W.O.A.T. Carissa Shields, man, out of Flint, Michigan, is set to split the ropes for a middleweight undisputed championship showcase against her nemesis, Savannah Marshall. Now, I wouldn't even say that's her nemesis because the bragging rights that Savannah Marshall is holding on to is amateur. Anybody who's seen the fight, especially recently, will understand that it's more so around the realm of upset etiquette, Roy Jones type, Floyd Mayweather. The fight just didn't live up to what she's been boasting about. Savannah Marshall has been hanging on to this like it's a bow tie. It ends this week. It ends, period. Now, once again, I tell y'all, I don't ride the fence when I'm predicting. I just don't ride the fence. I choose a side, and I don't think this is going to be close like people thinking. I think she's going to make Savannah Marshall look crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the box recs. Carissa Shields, 12 victories in, 0 defeats with 2 knockouts. Okay. Her alias is T-Rex, age 27, hailing out of Flint, Michigan. Okay. She has around 5 undefeated records to her ledger, vice Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall, in similarity, also had 12 victories, 0 defeats. She has 8 more knockouts than Carissa Shields with 10 knockouts. Okay. She's a much older fighter, of course. She's coming around 31 years old from the UK. And, she has a little bit of height on her. But Carissa, she's not short at all. She's short. When you talk about undefeated records, I think Savannah Marshall has around 3 undefeated records, but her resume really doesn't line up when it comes to competition that we can sit up here and boast about. Her competition on her resume is mediocre, to be honest. This definitely be the biggest fight of Savannah Marshall's career. You know what I'm saying? We can't say the same for Carissa Shields because her resume definitely outshines Savannah Marshall. She gaps her on that shit. It's not even close. So with all the clout chasing, if clout chasing, how I don't like using, cliche terminology and all that, but this she's been clout chasing for a minute. Savannah Marshall, she's been riding the wave all the way to shore. Now you on shore. Don't get your ass drowned. For real. Because I see Carissa just outboxing Savannah Marshall with ease. You know what I'm saying? I see Savannah having the power. I see her being this big boxer. We've seen this shit before. We've seen it before. We've seen the big, strong, bulky, burly type fighters get outboxed. Now, to caveat off what Alexander said, let's go through some frames of the G.W.O.A.T that is absolutely representing the Ebony Sisters to the finest. These are some open workouts of Carissa Shields. You know what I'm saying? She is not a small fighter. You know what I'm saying? She's out there representing on Fight Week. She's 27 years old, like we said. You know what I'm saying? She has multiple accolades to her resume in just 12 fights. And it's good that she termed the acronym, the G.W.O.A.T, greatest woman of all time, because, this is one of those fights where Savannah Marshall isn't all that important, you know what I'm saying, to a lot of people as far as what she's been able to accomplish. But Carissa can definitely seal the envelope moving forward that this is not even a topic of conversation no more. You know what I'm saying? She go ahead and disperses of Savannah Marshall. It's not a topic of conversation, period. Nobody's going to bring up who beat her in the amateurs no more. None of this shit. It's going to be over, done with. It's up to Savannah Marshall to prove them different. Real talk. It's up to her. Every fighter that she's knocked out, or the 10 knockouts she has on her resume, they weren't Carissa Shields, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot sit up here and say, well, I can say the same. I'm not going to say that about Carissa. I would just say that she's in there facing another opponent. What's unique about this opposition that she's stepping in there with is that in the amateurs, she was able to get the nod. You all have to look at the fight for yourself if you can find it. You know what I'm saying? If you can find it, because that shit has been David Copperfield, David Blaine, goddamn, with the magic. Poof. That shit's disappeared. You feel me? Hold on for a second. What about now? Hey, Bruce, what about now? Is it better? The audio? I don't know why it would be choppy. You don't change up the setup, anything, and then it comes in choppy. What about now? Just put a Y in the chat if it's good, and if it's not. All right, cool. So, appreciate that. So these two women will be stepping in there for pretty much legacy. This is not for bragging rights. This is for legacy. You feel me? If Carissa goes in there and get the win, she definitely don't have bragging rights over someone like Savannah Marshall because of the status of her resume. It's not anything to sit up here and boast about. But when it comes down to Marshall, she will. She can have bragging rights because right now Carissa doesn't seem like she is slowing down for nobody. She seems like she's been on the warpath ever since she stepped into the professional ranks. Now, y'all have to understand with the women's boxing, their competition, as far as it goes with the depth, it will probably never be equal to that of their male constituents. But that still doesn't mean they're incapable of achieving accolades on that side of the boxing rim. I mean, they gotta fight who they fight. Period. They gotta fight who they fight. So, the only one that can come up out of here with bragging rights because she's in there with Carissa is Savannah Marshall. You know what I'm saying? That is it. That's the only way it goes down. Because she was just say, hey, I told y'all, I beat her in the amateurs and I beat her in the professional. That's gonna be her rights. It will bolster up her brand so much she wouldn't even know what to do. She might not even believe it herself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, man. I'm telling you, it's this fight right here is all good for TV. When you're doing the promo, when you talk about the history of the female, these two women fighters, they both coming in at 12 victories, 0 defeats. But regardless of Marshall having 10 knockouts and Carissa having 2, she's a way better boxer than Marshall. Seriously. A way better boxer, man. And people are going to see that. Now, in the early rounds, once again, any fighter can look strong in the early rounds. I think that's going to be Marshall's strongest hope right there in the early rounds. The women, even in a championship fight, they only fight 10 rounds. It's only 2 minutes per. So that forces the women to really go in there and get it in and get those rounds down, because before you know it, it can be in the midway of the fight and all that. So you really got to go in there and fight. And, looking at how Carissa, goes into the fight, her defense is being defensively sound, how fluent her boxing technique is, her combinations, how she moves. You can tell she's been in there with some of anybody and everybody, including males. She's very agile, very mobile in there. What she doesn't have in power, she can absolutely box your ears off. You know what I'm saying? So Savannah Marshall can't go in there standing around posing because she's going to get popped. And then also we know Carissa can counterpunch too. You know what I'm saying? She can counterpunch. So, Savannah Marshall, believing she's much stronger fighter and everything, when she goes into when she pushes Carissa up near the ropes and she feels that it's, okay to make entry, she really has to understand that there's still a bit of danger there, regardless of the 2 knockouts, because she does throw punches and bunches when it comes down to it. And I know a lot of people probably saying that, oh, she can't stop her. You have to understand, it doesn't have to be a KO, her being stretched. It can be her being hurt and the referee stopped the fight with a TKO. It all depends on how it works out. But like I always say, fatigue welcomes a knockout. When a fighter starts to tire out and, they're under pressure, Carissa pressures Marshall and she's fatigued and them hands are heavy, then guess what? She's going to have to come up with plan B and C. You know what I'm saying? Or she's going to have to come up with plan D. You know what plan D is, right? Desperation. If you look in the details over there on the YouTube, man, I put the actual fight card. And once again, shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all telling me about my audio, because I don't know what that's about. Nothing changed. But Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall, 10 rounds, middleweight, undisputed championship showcase, y'all. This is undisputed championship showcase. All right. This is a big deal. So they're going to be the main event in the O2 Arena. They're going to be the main event. So this is two snippets of what both fighters had to say. Okay. She had a lot to say about me. This is Savannah Marshall, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't get on my skin. I don't care what she thinks about anything. She's not one of my friends or family, so her opinion doesn't mean anything at all to me. We would do our talking in the ring on Saturday night. I'm going to take her into deep water and drown her. Clarissa Shields, end quote. I've always said that women boxing can sell, and that I was the one. It's nearly sold out. There will be nearly 20,000 fans in the O2 Arena. And I've been training my butt off. I want all the smoke. And when I leave the ring on Saturday night, Savannah Marshall will be silenced. And I will be the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? There it is. You can't get any more clearer than that, man. Trash talking at its finest. These two women will step in the ring, you know what I'm saying, this Saturday. They will settle the score. Whatever bragging, whatever, whatever happened in the amateurs, who did what, it will be settled in professional ranks where it all matters. Both of these ladies are undefeated, and somebody's O will definitely go. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. Somebody's O is definitely going. And, this is a big step up fight for Savannah Marshall. Seriously, I don't find this as a step up fight for Clarissa. I just don't. There's no way that I'm going to come out my mouth and say, oh, this is a step up fight for the champ. No, I just don't see that shit. Alexander said, Clarissa said she trained for the knockout this fight, which I think she plans to sit on her punches. Hey, if y'all not looking at Clarissa as a middleweight, have y'all seen her as a middleweight? She is not a small, like people think Savannah Marshall's big, but Clarissa is not small at all. Let me see, can I find one of her pics? If you look at this pic right here, it's not too much of a height disparity between these two. You understand what I'm saying? If you say forehead to forehead, Marshall has a little bit of height, just a little bit when it comes to that. That's it. Nothing serious. Nothing serious at all, man. I must give a salute to Clarissa on how she was out here walking the block leading up to a fight with a warm-up on, her boxing shoes, getting ready to go up there and do an open workout. I like that. She was out there strutting. She was letting her boxing fans see her on fight week. You know what I'm saying? She is not a small girl. She's well built for the middleweight division. Just like Alexander said, she was looking like a Georgia peach. Yes, for sure. But out of respect, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it on boxing for real. You know what I'm saying? She ain't about to pull up on me. But this is gonna be a nice one. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to the card itself. You have Mikaela Mayer versus Alicia Baumgardner, 10-round junior lightweight. Now, this is going to set the tone, really. You know what I'm saying? Mayer's WBO and IBF title, Baumgardner's WBC title. Now, pretty much plenty of voices have said that, yeah, Baumgardner knocked out Terry Harper, but this will arguably be her biggest match to date. Arguably. Easy. It's not even really an argument. Like, this is her biggest match today. And then it's up to, Mikaela Mayer to shut that down. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of spark behind Mikaela Mayer, given her height. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot being with Al Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? The story between Al Mitchell not wanting to train a female and she being the first female that he trained. It's a lot riding behind Mayer. It's a lot, man. She has to go in here and represent. It's a lot. Both women are at a point in their career where this is a change it up fight. This is a level change fight right here for both. This is a unification bout at 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? This is a unification. This is big. So, Baumgardner has a lot to prove. Yes, she freaking, put Terry Harper in the mannequin challenge. But this right here, Mikaela Mayer, it's going to be a tough fight, man. But Baumgardner's talking her shit. Baumgardner is talking her shit. She's like, shit. She thinks she's going to go in there and put that dynamite on Mayer. She believes she has what it takes to go in there and hurt Mayer. We'll see. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's not impossible. But it's boxing at the end of the day. So let's see what's popping. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's popping. 10 rounds, junior lightweight, 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Unification fight. And we're going to get back to the co-main. Also on the card is Lauren Price versus Tamia Billick, 6-round welterweight. Carice Ardenstall versus Marina Sakharov, 6-round featherweight. Caroline Dubois against Melina Koliba. And that's a 6-round lightweight fight. But people are going to be tuned in for this fight. I really hope the fight does sell out. You know what I'm saying? I want the women to get their shine, especially Shields, Olympic gold standard twice, for those who might not knew what it is, and also what she's been able to accomplish to be the first to do it, men and male, female, which pretty much underscores her acronym as the G.W.O.A.T. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a good fight, man. This is good energy. This is good energy, man. The women still up here trying to advocate for higher pay. You know what I'm saying? So a fight like this, a fight like Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, they got to continue to prove to those individuals that's the shot callers up there that they can sell tickets. And then the pay will start increasing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't mirrored the women over here, just like the UFC, just like Bellator, just like mixed martial arts in general, PFL. The women fight the same amount of rounds as the men. Whether it's 3 5-minute rounds or 5 5-minute rounds, they fight the same. So I'm not sure what's going on over here in boxing. This seemed like an antiquated rule, very clandestine, man. Still 2 minutes, just capping it off at 10 rounds, not 12 rounds for a championship fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know why you can have women fighting with 4-ounce gloves in mixed martial arts, a sport that Carissa has dabbled in. She's had 2 fights over there. She's 1-1, I believe. But she did go over to mixed martial arts. She did train it. You know what I'm saying? She did train the sport. So, you know what I'm saying? She's been in there 5 minutes in a round. So the training that she's getting with mixed martial arts, I'm going to tell y'all, it's definitely going to help her in this fight. It's definitely the shit she's been learning, the technique, different type of movements on the inside, just her foot movement, period, when it comes to striking in mixed martial arts is quite different than boxing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking for a very good competitive fight. Seriously. I'm looking for a very good competitive fight this weekend. As far as Carissa training for the knockout for this fight, let's see it, man. Because I'm going to tell you, she go in there and stop goddamn Marshall, dog. Oh, my God, dog. She might retire that chick, dog. I'm telling you, she might retire Savannah Marshall. If she go in there and hurt her early and she's not even tired yet, oh man, it's gonna make a statement, bro. I don't even know who else Carissa's gonna be able to fight boxing wise to basically raise the bar from this fight. This fight is where it's at because of the history that they have. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly, Marshall being the only one to defeat Carissa. That's a history. It's the backstory, man. Andrew Charles on deck. SB Light, if male boxers had her mentality, the sport would be in a much better place. I kind of agree with you on that. I can't say the male boxers don't have a mentality, though. Like, if you're talking about what she's been able to go out here and achieve, fighting, yeah, absolutely. But we all know, okay, that when it comes down to the male, it's a lot more competition out there. It's a lot more hands in the pot. As for women, yeah, there are hands in the pot, but the depth of opposition doesn't equal to that of the male compeers in boxing. It's just not the way it is, man. Boxing is a business. So if you look at what Carissa's been able to do as a 2-time gold standard, coming into the professional ranks without any quote unquote smoking mirrors like Vasyl Lomachenko, then hey, I'm just saying it makes the male side look bad because I don't think she was boxing at the WBSS. I don't think she was trying to sit up here and have 6 professional fights and then come in and set the record. She did it though. She did it just by turning professional. So, hey, I'm just saying she definitely has bragging rights as professional boxers on the women's side, the right way. I can't sit up here and agree with you 100% on if the males have it, because the males do. They just get put on the shelf. We don't know how fast Shakur Stevens is going to be able to continue to elevate. His mindset is moving forward, I want to do this. And so far, he's been accomplishing and checking off the boxes, man. Carissa has checked off the boxes. You know what I'm saying? She's checked off the boxes, man. She's been in there with the tough opponents. Just take a look at her debut against Franchine, Cruz Azern. Just look at that. That was a tough fight. Baumgardner got some guns on her. She does, man. Baumgardner has some guns on her for sure. But if any one of y'all who's seen Mikaela Mayer in person, she has the height on her. And she's not a small chick, dog. Like, Baumgardner is shorter and she's more compact, no doubt about it. But blood feels those muscles. You know what I'm saying? You got them muscle bellies, man. That lactic acid. You know what I'm saying? You got to fill those muscles with oxygen. So I know she's not as built as what we would call a physique competitor, bodybuilder, CrossFit athlete, something like that. But she does have the guns, bro. But I'm telling you, with those muscles and having that stocky physique, it does take oxygen. That's going to be a good fight, man. That's going to set the tone. Shout out to Blood Boxing on that retro boxing documentary. Salute to you, bro. He say it's a good fight, but Shields is too skilled. I watched their technique, and a knockout isn't everything. She would not KO Shields, and she cannot outbox Shields. UD. And this is, this is a perfect example where Carissa Shields with 2 knockouts, a lot of people that's looking at how she boxes, it doesn't possess any power to it. But I would say this, Blood. I agree with what you're saying. On the flip side of what you're saying, I'm looking at it like I can't tell you if I can co-sign on Savannah Marshall's cardio. I'm not sure what Carissa Shields' game plan would be. Is she going to come out the gate and pressure Savannah Marshall and sit down on her punches and pretty much set the tone early? I don't know what her cardio's like. I know what Carissa's gears are like. I know what her gear shift is like. I don't know what Marshall's gears are because she hasn't been in there with an opponent like Carissa. She hasn't really fought through adversity like that, in my opinion. I would definitely say to what you just mentioned about you don't see a knockout. Carissa has pretty good defense. With that defense, Savannah Marshall is a bit slow to me. She has possessed power with the quality of competition that's on her boxing resume, but that doesn't mean she's going to be able to land a punch on Carissa. Now, people, you have to understand to dichotomize this process. We cannot sit up here and act like that Carissa's never been knocked down before. We can go back to the Hannah Gabriel fight where she caught her with a nice one. Even though that was early on, Carissa, she rose from the canvas and she was still able to, get a unanimous decision against Hannah Gabriel. But she has been on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything like she was stunned, like, she was looking like Amir Khan. She was looking like Terry Harper or nothing like that. It was just she has been knocked down before. But if I really want to be very, if I really want to scrutinize it, there's no way that I'm going to compare Hannah Gabriel's skill set and say that Savannah Marshall is better. I don't see that shit. I thought Hannah Gabriel's skill set comparable to Savannah Marshall is much more educated. You know what I'm saying? I just think her boxing IQ is much better than Marshall, even though Marshall has the Olympic pedigree. But that's two different weight classes, two different boxers. But like I said, she was able to land that uppercut, and it was slick. I can't say it's impossible for Marshall, but I don't know, man. I have to see the fight. Be honest with you. To be honest, if you see a fighter with two knockouts, especially when it comes to the women, people automatically just devalue their punching power. But I'm gonna give you another example now. I'm gonna give you another example on the male side. Isaac Cruz. A lot of people look at Isaac Cruz and they're saying to themselves like, Isaac Cruz, Isaac Cruz, whatever you want to say, he has 2 defeats, 17 knockouts. But the 17 knockouts against who? I mean, the one opponent, excluding Yurkis Gamboa, the other opponent that I would say that he really demolished in front of my eyes was Diego Magdaleno. When I saw Isaac Cruz put the jackhammer on Diego Magdaleno in that corner, I was like, damn, this dude right here is a pit bull for real. Like, literally, Magdaleno could not get out the corner. And you had a fighter that was just going to the body. It's almost like, dude, pivot out, something. We're talking about the Magdaleno brothers, bro. We're talking about the Magdaleno who went 7 rounds before he was stopped against Teofimo Lopez. And Isaac Cruz went in there and did his thing. But he's not a knockout artist. He will do the same thing over and over and over again, but he don't have power like that. We just can't say Gamboa. Gamboa's been touching the canvas for a while now. He's an artist. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the canvas for a while, but all I'm saying is nobody's going to be up here before this fight and saying, well, we know for sure Carissa's going to get the knockout. Only thing we can go off of is she coming up with a different type of game plan? You know what I'm saying? She looks very healthy for 160 pounds. She has the boxing curriculum. She's very educated with the amateur pedigree. So we have to give her that type of accolade at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But people are going to look at Savannah Marshall and see that she has 10 knockouts and say, Carissa Shields, if she's complacent one time, yeah, this and that gonna happen. Hey, they always say fighters have a punch of chance, but God damn it, I don't think she's gonna wobble, just like Blood said. I don't think she's gonna freaking KO Clarissa. You know, this has all the potential going to a distance, but I don't know, man. I'm looking at how in shape Carissa is, and I'm like, man, she looking very good shape, man. She looks strong. That's all I'm saying. She looks strong, man. She looks like everything went well for training camp. You know, she's strutting her stuff down the sidewalk, all of that, man. Like, she looks strong, man. You know what I'm saying? So Eldar say, after this, what's next for women's? Nothing really left. Well, you have to look at each division. I wouldn't say nothing's left because this, you know, middleweight is not the only division. You just have two names that have a history with one another. That's amateur history, not professional history. They're about to become a part of professional history. The only reason this is getting a lot of shine is because Carissa Shields' resume, her amateur pedigree is a 2-time gold standard. And, you know, you have to look at what she's been able to accomplish to her professional boxing ledger. Now, Savannah Marshall, her resume is mediocre, but the fact that she's the only boxer to defeat Carissa Shields on record in the amateurs brings us to this notoriety and attendance. You know what I'm saying? This traction that they've gotten. You still have to understand there are fighters out there like Mikaela Mayer, Alicia Baumgardner, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, Jessica McCaskill. I mean, you have still Hannah Gabriel down there. You know what I'm saying? You have Franchon Cruz Cesarn still fighting. What's some other fighters, man? I just watched two fight. You still have other fighters that's coming up, female fighters is coming up through the ranks. Eldar says Shields back to the PFL. I'm not even gonna mention the PFL, really go in depth about the PFL. I really want to keep it boxing centric because it's important to show respect. We talk about how women don't have fights like, you know, the publicity that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano got. Now, this is another fight. Okay. Different legacy when it comes to the scales, though. Different type of balance of legacies when you're talking about Katie Taylor on the pound for pound list, Amanda Serrano, 7 division champion. You know what I'm saying? Different balance there when you talk about the legacy scales. Vice this fight. The one who has the legacy scales, bar none, is Carissa Shields. Bar none. Bar none, period. Did you hear what Carissa told Savannah Marshall in the face-off? Like when they were sitting down? Did you hear? It was one of the most classic mic drops during a face-off when the fighters sat down. I think the question was asked, does Carissa think about her only loss to you? And then Savannah Marshall, you know, was looking at Carissa and said something like, do you think about it? And Carissa, she kind of rolled her eyes and shit. And she was like, listen, do you think about not winning the gold medal? It's not verbatim. You didn't win the gold medal. You let your whole country down. Do you think about that? You let your whole country down. When you tell somebody they let their country down, it hits a lot deeper. The incision with dart frog poison, that shit is deep, dog. You let your whole country down, dog. You know what I'm saying? That just hit deep because yeah, she might have took the loss, but she still came up out of there 2 gold medals strong, man. Nobody can extract that from her history as a boxer, man. She's a Hall of Famer right now. Hands down, bar none, period. It ain't no question. To forget the G.W.O.A.T acronym, she don't need the acronym to get into the Hall of Fame. She's already there. King Mitch on deck. What's good, Mitch? Come back with up. What's good? Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. Salute to you, brother. OG, I'm late to the function. Salute. I'm out here working. Tuned in now, though. Hope you're in the chat feeling good. For sure, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Real talk. L Dog said, I'm saying, are any of those fights bigger than Shields versus Marshall? This is it for a while. We all know that, okay, Shields is she's a big fighter. You know, middleweight, she definitely her stature and frame fit this weight class. Okay. Now to answer your question about competition, where's the competition coming from? I don't think she's dipping down to 47 anytime soon. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mentioned this before. I would definitely like to see Carissa Shields fight Jessica McCaskill, but McCaskill's saying she's moving back down. I mean, Carissa says she don't want to lose her butt to drop all that weight and go down there. But it would be interesting to see the boxer versus the brawler. Because I'm going to tell you, man, like I told you on the night that I was covering this fight with McCaskill, her opponent quit. Her opponent was Ragu. Real talk. Ragu. Saucy. I'm talking about saucy Ragu. Saucy. Rotten potato Ragu. Okay? Rotten tomato, rather. Not potato. Tomato. Tomato. She was a rotten tomato Ragu, right? But McCaskill was so wild. Damn, like she was just throwing haymakers, bro. So just like Sugar Shane Mosley, Ricardo Mayorga, I would like to see how that plays out with Shields and McCaskill, bro. Like Shields being the more technically disciplined, educated striker, and McCaskill being the brawler. It kind of gives me that Ricardo Mayorga feeling. You know what I'm saying? Ricardo Mayorga versus freaking Vernon Forrest. He couldn't beat Ricardo Mayorga. Even with Sugar Shane Mosley, man, he was dropping his hands and like tapping his chin. Okay, Sugar Shane, hit me. Come on, hit me. And even Sugar Shane was kind of hesitant about it. It was crazy, but I would like to see Shields drop down to try to get a fourth weight division. And I know it's not gonna happen. It sounds good, but I know it's not gonna happen, man. That fight is very, very interesting. I'm not trying to cross thread combat sports, but I see people in mixed martial arts dropping weight like this all the time. Seriously. I'm not bullshitting. I see mixed martial arts going up in weight. Like I always talk about how Conor McGregor went up from 145 to 170. Who does that shit? Who does that? I seen Cannonier, Jared Cannonier, drop down from heavyweight all the way down to middleweight. I mean, it can be done. You know what I'm saying? It can be done. Real talk. It can be done. We just seen Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo, man, dropped all the way down to 135, dog. 2 weight classes that he's used to competing in. I'm just like 160, 147. The weight can be dropped, but it's all about how comfortable the fighter can drop the weight and still compete at a high level. That's all I'm saying, bro. You know, but it really looks empty, man. The landscape looks very, very empty for Shields, man. She goes in here, disperses a freaking Marshall. Who, what, when, and where? Who is it? Somebody's coming over here from MMA to get in the ring. I know it ain't Amanda Nunez. I know it's not that. I know her friend Cyborg, Chris Cyborg. I think she just had her first boxing match or has her first boxing match coming up. I know they're not gonna fight. You know, even though Cyborg, she can make the higher weight. You know what I'm saying? She's currently the 100 and 45-pound champion in Bellator, I think. I'm not for sure. I think. I know PFL. What's her name? Harris, the Olympian, the judo Olympian. I think her name is Kayla Harris. I'm not sure. Kayla Harrison. She's contending at 155. So it's women over there in mixed martial arts that has the weight and the combat skill pedigree to cross over the boxing and kind of boost up Carissa Shield. You know, they can say, okay, now we have a mixed martial artist. You can't frown upon it because Floyd did it. Floyd did it with Conor McGregor, who's 0-0. So you can bring, if you can bring a big enough name, and Harrison is a big name in PFL. Amanda Serrano, two-weight champion in the UFC, 135, 145. But she's kind of small though. Chris Cyborg, they're friends. Her and Carissa Shields, from what I know, they still friends. They respect each other. But see, you know, they can make money. But with the women at this stage, they're gonna have to have like a grudge match or something. They can't really expect Chris Cyborg to come over here and be all friendly. That's what they're not used to. They used to Cyborg coming over here and being a cyborg. They used to her being, you know, feeling some type of way. She's on that demon time. That's Cyborg. She's a beast. But her and Carissa has trained together before. And I think it's mutual respect there. I don't think even though Cyborg is in the boxing now, I don't think she'll fight Carissa. They should be able to make money together, but I think they will have to kind of put on an act, have a falling out. Cyborg goes back to her old ways, you know what I'm saying, where she's just a motherfucking mercenary in there. I don't know who else is it to kind of give Carissa a shot at another big payday. I don't know. It have to be somebody from MMA. I don't know. That's a good question, though, man. Very good question. I don't know. I don't know. Laying your country down like a soldier running away from battle. I knew that shit hurt. That shit hurt, didn't it? That shit hurt like a splinter. That shit hurt like a splinter. That shit was just sitting underneath your skin and you can see it. Say, God damn it. Why she had to mention let down my country? Ugh. That shit just sitting right up underneath your skin and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hurting like a bitch. You're like, damn, this is gonna hurt. Hey, that's a mic drop right there, bro. That's a mic drop. Real talk. That's a classic mic drop. OG saw your bodybuilding pick on IG. Just curious on your competition diet or what your preferred method of cardio was. Sorry to get off topic for a second. Man, I can't go into detail. I can't even disrespect the GWO.A.T like that, dog. Look, I can't do it. I can't start talking about bodybuilding on this live, man. I can't. I will address it on another live, though. Blunts and boxing. But I can't do it, man. I can't cross thread. That's way off topic. That's way off, dog. I can't do it, man. I even sent Carissa the link. Man. You know, hey, it's high hopes, big dreams. I say, champ, if you want to drop by and shock the YTC community, here's the link. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I know that shit ain't happening. Carissa probably looked at, man, you and 100 other people want me to jump on their live. Shit. GWO.A.T versus Marshall is dead, even on FanDuel. Both, what? Wow. Solid fight. I got to GWO.A.T. Marshall Power is real, though. Wow. You know, that's just women's boxing in general, man. It doesn't get the attention that it should. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said before, they need to get on board with the 12 rounds championship. They need to get on board emphatically with the 3 minutes per round. They need 3 minutes per round today. What I respected about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor is that Amanda Serrano said, let's go 3 rounds, 3 minute per rounds. Let's go 3 minute per rounds, y'all. She put it on camera. She said, I'm willing. I've been training. Let's go 3 minutes per round. And Katie Taylor turned it down. She wasn't confident, bro. So how are you going to expect people to invest money and build up the attention from the boxing fans if you're still on 2 minute rounds? Because time the round gets great. Ding, ding, ding. The bell rings. The time they start warming up and it gets interesting. Ding, ding, ding. We going to sit down at the stool and coming in for the next round. So they definitely have to change it to 3 minutes per round and bump those other two at the top. You know what I'm saying? 12 rounds in a championship fight. Let's go. Seems like women jump weight divisions easier than men. They do it more often as well. What I'm saying, it's not like it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's impossible, but the lowest weight class Carissa's contended at is 154. So for her to drop past 154 to 47, it's not impossible, but they're gonna have to pay her. They're gonna have to pay the G.W.O.A.T. They're gonna have to pay her, man. Real talk. It's not gonna be just no simple shit. Take the elevator down to 47, go in there and fight McCaskill. You know, because she said she was gonna vacate or whatever. I don't know if she's still there, but that'll be a good fight. You know, that'll be, you know, Ricardo Mayorga. You know what I'm saying? That'll be an interesting fight because McCaskill's gonna come out there, you know, trying to drop those haymakers. And one thing about it, on fight night, Carissa's gonna be much bigger than McCaskill, dog. I'm just telling you, Carissa's gonna be much bigger. So she's gonna need. I don't know what she has now, but obviously for that weight cut, I don't know how extreme it will get, but definitely need a very high level nutritionist to get her down to that weight healthy, for her to maintain her strength and speed, and then on the rehydration, do it properly and come in there and pick up a 4th division. That's all I'm saying. Cyborg get her ass beat in boxing ring versus G.W.O.A.T. She tried to trade with Lioness and got KO'd. Now I will go off topic and I will educate those. Okay. Mitch, I will educate you on that fight. Okay. Okay. From the eye test, you can say whatever. This is the real scoop from somebody who followed the sport and talked to people, right? Yeah, it looked from the eye test that she was getting the ass whooping. She was just all out brawling. Okay. But she had one more fight in the UFC and she wasn't planning on going out there defeating Amanda Nunes, else she would have been locked in to stay at the UFC. If anybody know the history between her and Dana White, and even what Joe Rogan said, is that they used to talk about how she looked like a man and everything. And it just feels like, you know, Chris Cyborg, her feelings was hurt and she never got the respect she deserved in the UFC. So she went guns a-blazing, all or nothing, all fair is love and war. I'm trying to leave, and she wasn't going to win that fight. That's why she was reckless the way she was, and she went there and got knocked out, because she would have won and defended her title. She would have been locked in for several other fights, and she wasn't going to have that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't going to happen. So she went in there and just threw the kitchen sink and got cracked in the head with it. She could have fought better. Look at the Holly Holmes fight. Look at her fight with Holly Holmes. That was the first woman to defeat Ronda Rousey at 135. She was very patient with the multi-time women's world champion 18 times. She was very cautious and she was very, you know, methodical in that fight. She could have did the same thing with Amanda Nunes. You know what I'm saying? She could have did the same thing with Nunes, but she didn't want to. She just gave up her belt, and guess what happened? Several weeks later at Bellator, she's the women's champion over there, dog. I just thought I'd drop that little snippet with you, okay? Just a little snippet. Blunts Boxers say, LOL, beggars can't be choosy. I appreciate it. I'll be waiting for another day. I'm praying both them black ladies win, but congrats to the whole women's boxing. It's definitely 50-50. What's going on, Cooking with Sir Senior? What's good with it, bro? They really need more time per round, even if they don't get more rounds. That's the thing, man. You know, how are you supposed to get equal pay and you don't have equal minutes per round? They changed that shit early. They changed that early for mixed martial arts. 5 minutes, men and women. 5 rounds championship or co-main event or whatever the case. 5 rounds, 5 minutes per. They wear the same equipment, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about glove-wise, 4-ounce gloves. Savannah will be outboxed straight up. Well, we'll see where her cardio is and if the power and focus is there in the later rounds. I just look at Carissa's defense, man. She's very elusive and slippery with a defense. You can tell at certain points, Carissa's been in there with the guys, man. She's been in there with the guys, you know, the way she moves. You know what I'm saying? Her defense, how she's able to slip punches. I would definitely, you know, when I say I wouldn't want her being up against the ropes with a power puncher, you know, like Savannah Marshall, she's been proven to be able to fight off the ropes pretty handedly. She's been able to handle her business off the ropes. McCaskill doesn't have the skill to beat the G.W.O.A.T. She'll get embarrassed. All that wild shit won't work. She ain't bigger or stronger than the G.W.O.A.T, no doubt. But she got them straps, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I want, you know, Carissa to move down there. They pay her over $1 million. They got to pay her, man, to move down like that. A lot of people going to disagree, but they got to pay, man. They got to pay. For real. You got to pay. You got to pay. If you're looking at all the divisions she's unified, you have to pay. Seriously, you have to pay. If you showing all that love to McCaskill, you know, and them linking up, Carissa moving down in weight, that's a huge jump, man. You jumping on the elevator going down, oh my God, that's a lot. It has to be a fight where one of these women get paid over $1 million. You know what I'm saying? For real. 1.5 at least. You know what I'm saying? McCaskill get, you know, 600,000 or 700,000, something like that. You have to make it worth the while. But if you think it's hard to get the money for Crawford Spence, just think about what it's going to be for this fight. People are going to like, I don't have no money. I don't even have a checking account. Scooby. Scooby-Doo. Dana Cole for that. Yeah, man, it was a big deal. Real talk. It was a big deal, bro. They was calling her man and everything. But I like Chris Cyborg, man. That's one of the pictures that I missed out on. She was actually down here. Oh, man, I missed out on that shit. But I actually want that picture, man. She's a legend. In combat sports, she's an absolute legend, man. But let's see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are going to be waiting for that co-main event. I'm telling you, that right there, that's when you call the electrician. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's light is going out for real. Somebody call the electrician because somebody getting their lights cut out. I'm serious. I don't think the Mikaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner fight is going the distance, bro. I don't think so. Somebody gonna get man, I'm telling you, somebody gonna get touched. Somebody's gonna get touched, man. It's gonna be different. And Baumgardner better be able to back up what she's been talking. She says she's gonna walk the dog. She's gonna do this and that. Hey, I hear you, sister. I hear you. I see you. I hear you. But you are gonna have to go in there and reciprocate what we've seen with Terry Harper. Terry Harper is no Mikaela Mayer. Let's get that straight. Just because their skin complexion is the same, hell to the no. Shit. Hey, Mayer is not Terry Harper. Let's get that shit straight, dog. I'm here for it, but these chumps won't give G.W.O.A.T credit for smashing them super lightweight and welterweight fighters. Well, they may not give her credit, but she's a Hall of Famer right now as we speak. Not a minute, look, not a minute behind and not a second ahead. Hey, she's right here, right now in place. She's a Hall of Famer. She can stop boxing today, and she's a Hall of Famer, man. Seriously. I always tell people this when the conversation come up about Shields. I say, if it's that easy, if you feel it was that easy for Shields to do it because she didn't have the so-called murderous role or a depth of competition to compete, why didn't anybody else do it? Why didn't anybody else do it? I'm just saying, if it was that simple, just walking in there and getting it done, why hasn't it been done? Why is she the first to do it? Why is she the first to do it, though? You're going to blame it on the era? If it was that easy, why haven't any other female been able to do it? You have to ask yourself that, man. You just can't say, well, it's very dense competition. It's shallow, man. It ain't nobody to fight. Well, guess what? Why hasn't somebody else did it before her to get the credit? That's what it's about. Katie Taylor would never fight at welterweight. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Katie Taylor is comfortable where she's at. She was fighting life and limb in there with Amanda Serrano, who's an older fighter. Both of those fighters, I think. Let me look it up on BoxRec. Both of those fighters they had some age on them, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken. I know Amanda Serrano does. Let me look up Katie Taylor. Yeah, Katie Taylor's 36, bro. 21-06 knockouts. Imagine that. And she was throwing hands in there with Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano is 33. Katie Taylor is older than Amanda Serrano, dog. Damn. Shit. There's no way that she's moving up. There's no way that she's going from lightweight to 147. There's no way, bro. You got to have some different type of fortitude for that shit. And the fact that Amanda Serrano told her, let's go 3 minute per round, and she said no, man, she ain't moving up to 147, dog. She's just going to hang out, be on the pound for pound list, and ride that into a Hall of Fame in the future. That's all. We already know Amanda Serrano is already a Hall of Famer. Okay, you ain't going to have that many divisions as a woman and then say, oh, she didn't fight nobody. Well, like I said before, if it was that simple, why didn't somebody else do it? You feel me? Just like Pacquiao. I know Pacquiao, this, and people gonna say what they want, but 8 division champion, 7 division champion. Come on, man. Come on, man. Boxing continues to allow people to pick up license, man, that's not even qualified to be a boxer. So as long as they keep putting tomatoes in the freaking garden, they're gonna grow. They're gonna grow, man. They're gonna grow. I just showed y'all a fighter that I knew when he was 0-0, making his debut, and he's 0-15, 0-16 right now. 0-15. And boxing still allows these Reggie Stricklands to fight. Donnie Pendleton. They allow these individuals to fight still, man. I remember I was talking about these fighters with huge losing records. And somebody put in there, they added Donnie Pendleton. I'm like, what is that going to do? It's a fact. It's a fact, dog. I'm not saying he wasn't anything special to boxing. All I'm saying is his losing record is unbelievable. And they sat up there and tried to they added him. I was like, damn. Oh my God, dog. Kim say I like Cyborg as well. Lioness just whooped. She get whooped. She got whooped, man. No doubt. Lioness, she got whooped. But Lioness is gonna be coming up on retirement too, man. Julia Pinion just gave her some business, but she lost. Those bloody Brits praying Katie Taylor and Marshall stay on top. Yeah, man. They love her. You know, L Dog says Shields got Flynn on her back. No doubt, no doubt. And for Jerry, look, having a big mouth has absolutely nothing to do with the sport. How many fighters have you known to talk shit in the sport? A lot of them, many of them. So whatever you're trying to say about one fighter talking trash, man, come on, bro. You must not obviously, watch pressers. Nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about it. She can have a big mouth as long as you look at her resume, you look at her legacy, and you say, okay, I respect what she's able to accomplish. Besides that, man, you just talking, because it's been plenty of other fighters, female and male, who have trash talked. Seriously. I mean, that's nothing new. And you're not saying that about Mikaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner. You're not saying they talking trash. Freaking Jessica McCaskill talk trash. It's plenty of fighters that don't talk trash. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get on the males. It's plenty. When it comes to the males, that shit doesn't get like zoomed in because that's what they expect the men to do. But the standard for which we hold the males is, if you're going to talk it like Blair the Flair, you better be able to back it up. Don't go in there like Blair the Flair and catch air. You don't want to do it. Woo! Now, that's the only thing. For the men, we hold them to a different standard when it comes to trash talking now. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can have a presser with a trash talking, and people are going to say, oh, that was just a little bit overboard. That AB guy, oh man, why did he have to use the N-word, Charlie? He just used any other word besides the N-word, Charlie. Jesus. He disrespected Al. He disrespected Leonard. Jesus, by golly. Man, can't we just ban him from the sport? It's a non-regulated. Oh my God, it's not regulated? Charlie, what are we doing? What are we doing, Charlie? Look, this is a non-regulated sport, Jerry. What are you talking about? Who cares about trash talking? This sport is not regulated. It's many other areas of concern than Shields talking trash, bro. That's real. That's real, bro. Who cares about trash talking? We praise Muhammad Ali for his trash talking game, but we pick and choose who we want to berate. Oh, so-and-so has a big mouth. They're not good for the sport. They're not professional. Boxing is a gentleman's sport. Oh, yeah? It's only a gentleman's sport. What? When is it only a gentleman's sport? When we talking about boxing history? When is it a gentleman's sport? Because I know y'all go way back when. Y'all see what Mike Tyson press conferences look like. You saw what Lennox Lewis press conferences look like. You saw when Riddick Bowe punched Larry Donald in the mouth, cut his lip, and the fight still happened. He punched him with no gloves on, and the fight still happened. You saw what happened with Sugar Shane Mosley and Carla Mayorga, right? You saw what happened to Zab Judah. You saw Floyd Mayweather grab Victor Ortiz around the neck, right? You saw what happened when Jose Benavidez freaking pushed Crawford, and Crawford came back with the right. He barely missed him by a smidget, dog. We seen the Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo, right? It's just too many out there that as a male boxing fan, we've seen all this shit go down, bro. So trash talking is nothing, man. Stop being soft. Stop being soft at the end of the day, talking about she talked trash. Who cares, man? They need trash talking over there. I like the Alicia Baumgardner face off. You know, when they was talking trash to each other with Mikaela Mayer. I liked it, man. I liked it. Talk your shit, man. Talk it. I like when, Carissa was outside the ring with Savannah Marshall. Yeah, it's no power, yeah? No power, yeah? What are you gonna do when I cut you? When I crack you, yeah? You have no power, yeah? Hey, she gonna have to back that up. You can't bust a grape, yeah? Yeah? You can't bust a grape, yeah? So are you asking me, can I bust a grape? Or you telling me I can't bust a grape? Because you just keep putting yeah at the end of it. so what it is? You asking me, can I bust a grape or cannot bust a grape? What is gonna be? But man, I'm just saying, bro. Trash talking is needed in combat sports. Come on, man. Trash talking. We can't sit up here and glorify, somebody who we call the GOAT and Muhammad Ali for trash talking, but yet we act like we gotten soft over the years, and then we want to pick and choose. Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant not too long ago actually got physical at the press conference. I didn't see anybody up here saying, oh, man. Oh, my God. Freddie, come here, Freddie. Did you see what Saul Canelo Alvarez did, Freddie? Is that acceptable? What are we going to do about that? I mean, come on. He pushed Caleb. Caleb's a good guy. What did he bring all that Mexican energy over here for, man? Freddie, we got to change this, man. Can we find him? Can we deduct from his purse, Freddie? This is not something that we accept in the sport. That wasn't the language. They soaked all that shit in. Look, once again, Canelo put a cut over Caleb's right eye. Nobody said a motherfucking thing. So I don't want to hear shit about no trash talking. None of that shit, man. I don't want to hear none of that. Because in the male side of the house, when it comes to boxing, man, trash talking is admitted. It's admissible in the court of boxing. So when the females do it, don't sit up here and act like, it's all about, morals and principles, acting like a lady and all this shit. No, nobody ain't trying to hear that. Keep that Ann Wolf energy. You know what I'm saying? Just ask Donna Ward. You know what I'm saying? Just ask Donna Ward. She's standing 8'12" and goddamn Ann Wolf cracked her ass with that overhand right after setting that bait. Put the hook out there. Crack. Electrician, please. The lights are out. Please, somebody bring in a stretcher. She's not waking. She's not waking up. We need to take her to the back. No, you get that Ann Wolf energy, then we talking something else, man. Ann Wolf, one of the hardest hitters in women's boxing, man. Shout out to the legend herself, Ann Wolf. God damn. Marsha ain't never been on top. Hey, man. So you can't bust a grape, yeah? Well, you're gonna have to prove it this weekend. If you think she can't bust a grape, you have to prove it. Didn't I say this right eye? What eye did I say? You know what I'm saying? What eye did I say? If he's standing up there in front of Canelo, it was over his right eye. If I'm looking at him and I'm Canelo, it's over his left eye. Per the direction of the human anatomy, it's over his left eye. We're really going to get into semantics, but that I still remember that he was cut over the right eye. So I still get full credit for that. Stay on task, tasker. I still get credit for going through the whole analogy on how it played out. Canelo was the instigator. He pushed the man who had on a suit, not just any suit, but a tailor-made suit. So it's barely any room for him to throw that left hand. You know what I'm saying? Canelo came dressed for the occasion. I said this. Canelo came dressed in a 3-button polo shirt, short sleeve with some slacks on. That's letting you know right there that if shit goes down, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. And I'm going to feel comfortable doing it. I'm not going to rip my jacket. I'm not going to be restricted. I'm going to have full range of motion. So what? And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, over his right eye as he's standing in front of freaking Canelo. If you are a human being, you know your left hand for your right hand, dog. I said his right eye as if I'm Caleb Plant. My right eye. It was his right eye. It doesn't get any more lucid than that. Okay? But anyway, back to the girls. Back to the women. It's going down, man. I pretty much put the whole entire fight card in the description. You feel me? I put the entire fight card in the description. So the only thing that's left now is these ladies to pretty much lock horns at the end of the week. I'm pretty much looking forward for Claressa Shields to go in here and put on a dominant display. You know what I'm saying? She has earned that recognition. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. People can't say, well, it's a little bit shaky. Both times she was in the Olympics, it's a little bit shaky. No, you got to give her full-blown credit for what she's been able to accomplish from the amateurs into the professionals. You got to give her credit, bro. And if you look at her frame, I mean, if that was heavier divisions in women's boxing, they had the freaking names that she can go up there and fight, which I'm thinking, what's stopping her from moving to a higher division? I mean, in the future. She's like 27 years old now, right? I mean, at this point in time, she can switch back and forth to MMA and do what she do, man. Like, she can take some time off from boxing and wait for the competition to be in attendance and then come back and say, okay, I'm back. Who's up here with a big name? Allow another fighter to build up their credentials and then come over here and fight them for bigger money. You know what I'm saying? That's why she was attempting to cross thread between boxing and mixed martial arts to build up her portfolio and try to make more money, man. And, you know, just because she lost her second MMA fight, it doesn't exclude her from trying, man. She did. How many boxers you know that's going to go over there like that? Now, Heather Hardy, Amanda Serrano, and I think a couple of other boxers, they dibble and dabble. Like, I don't want to see Amanda Serrano do mixed martial arts. She's extremely boring. But Heather Hardy, damn. I seen Heather Hardy go over there and get kicked in the face, man, and still keep on fighting. Like, when you get kicked in the nose like that, shin bone the nose, and you're still trying to fight, man, give it up for her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Carissa's done with MMA. She just needs to take some more time off from boxing, really dedicate herself to improve her grappling ability. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told people, thought I was hating. I said, you just can't dibble on the ground and think you're going to go over there against a okay mixed martial artist. I'm talking about someone who's dedicated to training that discipline. And you're going to dibble and dabble and you get taken down and you think you're going to get off underneath. You know what I'm saying? If your bottom play is not educated, then you're going to be on problem with somebody whose top game is educated and they have experience, which we found out in the second fight. You know, her opponent, full mount, and she was just, you know, throwing punches. She just was trying to make light of the situation that, okay, Carissa's not as educated off her back and grappling as I am. So I'm gonna play around with her. But if she just take time away from boxing, work on her grappling, work on her takedown defense, because she has the hips for it. She's a big girl. She has the hips for wrestling, you know, that takedown defense, her jiu-jitsu. She already has the striking pedigree, even though striking in mixed martial arts is much different than boxing, you know, because you strike with the understanding. Once again, I went over this on how Claressa Shields, during her second fight, overly committed to the right hand, and her opponent changed levels, got in on the hips, and was able to seal the takedown. So when it comes down to boxing, the striking game, you have to set it up to the point where you cannot overly commit if you in a certain type of distance. You know what I'm saying? And also it depends on if your opponent is a striker too. Or if your opponent feels like their ground game is a bit more experienced than yours, they'll still let you get close and try to take you down because you don't have the grappling ability. You ain't had the mat time. You're not as disciplined in grappling than you should be. and they feel like, hey, I train this all the time, so let me try to take this person down and see what happens. It's that easy. So, you have to prepare yourself for a level change when you're throwing hands in MMA. Not so with boxing at all. Yeah. Yeah, over the right eye was like a cut, a scratch. Yeah, from the shades. Man, I'm not going back and forth with you with this, man. You obviously coming here hating, bro. New chumps coming to chat on whole shit every time. Never fails. Get your autocorrect ass up out of here. This dude up here giving me attention. You know what I'm saying? Give me, talk about some very technical, incorrective information. But we're talking about a scratch over Caleb's plant eye. Like you was there. Like when he got that 2-piece from Canelo, you act like you was one. Caleb, come here, let me see it. Oh my God. Why you didn't take your shades off, Caleb? Oh, why you trying to slap him back? That's Canelo. Now you have a scratch that has to heal before the fight. Let me put some Neosporin ointment on it. And then I'll get some peroxide. Let me dab it with peroxide. There you go. Sit down right here. Let me put some Neosporin on there. Okay. All right. I'll be over your house later. I'm going to put some ice on your eye. And Caleb like, hey, dude, you're doing too much, okay? I don't need a house sitter. I'm a professional fighter. I'll be okay. Oh, I understand that you're mad, Caleb. I understand that you're mad. I was just trying to help you out. I just saw what Canelo hit you with the 2-piece. And then, I saw the scratch over your eye. I said, oh, no. Get out of here, Jerry. You wasn't there putting the peroxide on his eye. You wasn't there, goddamn, making sure the swelling. Come on, man. You're not a house sitter. You're not somebody on the team. Stop trying to be more important than you are, dog. Come on, man. Read what Mitch said. That's your task. That's your homework there, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? That's your homework. Read. 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 The birthmark was on the left butt cheek. Look at that. The birthmark was on the left cheek. Look at that. Oh, shit. The birthmark was on the left cheek. Look at that. Damn, that's hilarious, dog. Damn. Birthmark on the left cheek. Look at that. Damn, man. That shit is crazy, dog. That's some funny shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. That was on point right there. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie, Jerry. That shit was funny. That's why I'm laughing, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was funny. Because you acting like that. You over here simply correcting me. You're probably a hater that I know. Look, I got the haters in here because I always be correcting that other guy. That's why they over here trying to make it seem like I'm saying, man, come on, man. It ain't even close, dog. It ain't even close, bro. You can get on here and try to correct me and have me give you attention, but it's not even close. It's not even close, dog. Let me not pull up Big Blunts and Boxing's video. Don't let me go back into the archives and go on his channel and pull up the video. It's not even close. So I know why you over here. You still butthurt. That hemorrhoid haven't went down. You still butthurt. And you want to sit up here and try to correct me because I'll be correcting other people. But you got to come better than that, dog. We ain't talking about what's left, right, if you're looking at a person or if you are a person. Canelo did smack plant, though. Solid reflexes in the designer loafers. Man, look. Canelo came in there with whatever designer shirt he had on, the polo shirt, 3-button polo shirt, with the slacks. You know what I'm saying? And the loafers, like you said. He was comfortable for a scrap. Canelo say, why I need to do that? He swing, I swing. It's boxing. I don't need to do that. I don't need to wear no suit. I don't need no suit. I need polo shirt, slacks. I'm good. Free range of motion. I'm good. I'm a boxer. He wore a suit, a fitted suit at that. Not against Saul Canelo Alvarez. Not me. No. Not smart. Canelo was comfortable in that motherfucker, dog. Canelo came in there. He knew it was gonna be smoke. They said, Canelo, what you want? Oh, just give me a shirt and slacks. It's okay. I think he's gonna try to swing. He's gonna be in for a rude welcome. I'm feeling quick. I'm feeling strong. I feel good. I wish he would try me today. I'm wearing my short sleeve polo. I feel good. Shit, they was warming up. And look, they was warming up with some light hand mitts back there before they came out there. They knew shit was gonna pop. They knew that Canelo was gonna push Caleb. They knew he was gonna push him, though. He said the birthmark on the left butt cheek looking ass. Damn. He ran out the building on that. He said, oh God, he figured me out. I was looking for the birthmark on the left cheek. Damn it. I'm exposed. I'm exposed. Damn. Damn, that motherfucker ran out of here, dude. It didn't work, man. I tried to correct him. It didn't work. He threatened to go to Big Blunts and Boxing's archives and pull up the videos. I had to leave. I had to abort mission. I didn't want that to come back to surface. I had to leave. Well, you did right. You did right. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that to come back up. You did good. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and more said, oh no. Man, hell no, man. That birthmark shit was funny, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Birthmark on the left cheek looking ass. Oh man, who's looking for a birthmark on the cheek? Yeah, that does fit into what I was trying to say, though. That motherfucker was up like he was a caretaker of Caleb Plant once he got them hands put on him at the face off. You know what I'm saying? That dude was there in his freaking soft falsetto voice. Oh my God, Caleb! Oh my God, you're a professional boxer. You're the IBF champion. Why you didn't duck and move, slip? Damn, this messes up everything. If he was able to touch you at the face off, he's definitely gonna knock you out in the fight. Damn, you didn't see it coming. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, Caleb. God damn it. You gave away too much, man. They say, unless my OG definitely going to be a comedian in his next life. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying it's just too much. People get offended. You got to be careful about cracking jokes, bro. People get offended. But that mold on the left cheek, that shit was funny, man. I don't laugh at too much shit, but that shit right there was funny. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny. Just like seeing that damn fly in your video. That shit was hilarious, dog. See, I was dedicating this to Carissa Shields, man. I can't disrespect the G.W.O.A.T, man. I can't get off topic. I done took too much time off topic, man. You know what I'm saying? But shit, let me close this down, man, and come on later. Hey, appreciate everyone who pulled up always. You know what I'm saying? One love to y'all. And I possibly may be back on later. I'm not sure. But salute to everyone, man. Continue to support the channel. Turn up, tune in to World Combat Sports, man. I'm out.